Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Hey, and welcome in. We are live at Barn Wired in Sigourney, Iowa. How the heck we doing today, everybody? Woo! Got a nice crowd in here for the Iowa Music Showcase. We do this every Friday here at Barn Wired in Sigourney, so if you're in our great town, stop in, get something to eat, get some coffee, and check out the show live and in person. Again, we're here every Friday, 11:30 to noon. We're going to be talking to Mr. Joel Baker here momentarily, but first, put your hands together for Amanda Snakenberg, the owner, the entrepreneur of Barn Wired here in Sigourney. Amanda, tell us what is going on.
Today we have lasagna, green beans, and garlic bread for our lunch special. Our soup is taco soup. And our sandwich of the week is a chicken Caesar wrap with your choice of side. A wrap, yep. I got one. Yeah, you're... Anyway, we've been gearing up and brainstorming a lot of fun collaborations and different new things for Valentine's Day, so I'm kind of excited about that. We'll have more information on that whenever we get there, but we have new inventory coming in. Of course, you know, we're clearancing all of the Christmas is 50% off right now, so we are trying to get new stuff in to fill all the spots that are happening. And then, of course, tonight, the boys and girls, there's a quad basketball game at home. JV will tip off at 6, I do believe. And then tomorrow it's at home against Pekin at 2. I'm pretty sure of that. So come and pack the stands for them, cheer them on, be loud and proud. It shouldn't be quite such of a doozy of a game. As you were saying the other night, I was like, I'm throwing this back at him on Friday. You're like, oh, this is quite the doozy of a game. Well, hopefully.
It was also a humdinger.
Yeah, that too. I am hoping that these next few games are not quite as nerve-wracking on these people watching it, because it's been interesting. Yeah, it has been interesting. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Amanda. Put your hands. Yes. Amanda Snakenberg here at Barn Wired in Sigourney, Iowa. Again, we're doing the Iowa Music Showcase, and today is going to be a doozy. I can tell you that. I don't mind saying all the old man sayings. That's my specialty.
I grew up with that word. Yeah.
All right. So we've got Mr. Joel Baker. Joel, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing great. We've got your friend Craig Willoughby hanging out as well. Yes, Craig with the wave. Nice job there. So, Craig, if I remember right, you come to us from Corydon, Iowa.
Yeah, I'm from Corydon.
And how far away is Corydon, Iowa from Sigourney?
92 miles.
92. Okay.
So, about an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay. Driving-wise today, how was it? I know we had about a half an inch of snow here in Sigourney.
We did too. We had about a half inch. Woke up to a big surprise of that, but there was one road, country road, that was a little slick, but other than that, it was
country road.
Yeah, right.
All right. So you and I, we did
a humdinger.
Yeah, it's a humdinger. You and I did a radio interview here a few years ago.
Yeah, we did a couple years ago. I don't know. Yeah,
so here we are. You're making your debut on this new show of mine called the Iowa Music Showcase. So tell our viewers online, our folks here in attendance live here at Barn Wired, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, just whatever comes to mind.
Okay. I was born in Southern Iowa. I've lived down there for basically my whole life. Been in Corydon for 30 years. I practiced medicine down there, so I'm I'm a family practice doc.
Doctor.
In my spare time, I do this, I guess. And I was telling Steve that I think I've got 6 or 75 more days, and then I'm going to retire from that. And probably, I heard the bell. That was good. That was
Right on time. Ding.
And probably do this and do a lot of things with grandkids, and where I've got grandkids in Colorado and grandkids in California, so we're gonna do some traveling.
So what kind of course everybody wants to know, what kind of doctor are you?
Family practice.
Family practice.
To me, small town doc, just a country doc. Yeah.
Nice. And are you like the small town doc? That reminded me of like the doctor from Little House on the Prairie.
His name was Dr. Baker too.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, yeah.
You make house calls and have your little handbag with you?
Not anymore, but I used to. Though.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we used to do it all. I've delivered babies. I worked in the ER. I've done the hospital. I do the clinic. Nursing homes, all that stuff.
What was your craziest doctor story? Like, did you ever have to deliver a baby like somewhere in the middle of nowhere? Anything exciting like that?
Yeah, I probably had one that was, delivering in the breech and things like that.
Okay.
That just all of a sudden come along. And,
all right.
Yeah, did that.
Well, if anybody wants to be diagnosed with something later on, if
right,
you have any aches or pains, we'll set up shop here at Barn Wired.
I don't like to look at toenails and feet and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got this really annoying fungus going on right now. Can you?
Let's pass on that. All right.
Yeah, feet are gross. I am right there with you. So you're not a foot doctor.
Correct. If I'd have wanted to do that, I could have done that, but I chose not to.
Yeah, I would choose not to as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you've been a doctor. How long have you been doing the music thing on the side?
I've been doing that longer than I've been a doctor. Right?
Okay.
I grew up in a house full of music. My dad and my mom played, and so my brother and we started playing, and we had bands when I was 15, 16. Going out. I've been writing since probably about age 20, probably.
Okay.
Not very good. I took a break for about 10 years and then started up again and started writing, and I'm just taking it a lot more seriously than I used to.
Okay.
Don't ask me to play a song by somebody else, because I typically concentrate on my stuff, my material, and that's because that's where I want to go, and that's just what has sparked my interest, and that's where it for me that fulfills me musically, and so that's
Very
what
cool.
I do.
Now, do you have time now? Being a doctor, do you have time, or have you had time over the years to have like a full band and play out? Pretty busy.
We used to. I haven't done that for probably about 6 years. Really, I don't really play out. I've played solo. I've played duo. We did that actually about 5 years ago. Did some of that. But for the most part, these last 5 years, just pretty much concentrating on recording at home and gosh, at this guy's studio.
Yeah.
My concentration right now is doing sync licensing, which basically means music for TV and radio and movies and things like that.
Okay.
So I've been. I think the last time I talked to you, I probably had just kind of started that.
We were talking about it.
Nothing. I was trying to just figure out how to do it. Since then, I've been somewhat fortunate. I've had 4 songs that have been picked up by the folks at the Young and the Restless. I think that's a show that people know.
Yeah. My mom has watched that forever.
There you go. 50,
Victor Newman.
52 years. 52 yeyears. I think that show's been on. So, and
Victor Newman's been on, I think, since the beginning. Probably.
Yeah,
he's old.
Yeah. So,
he's got that mustache.
Yeah.
I'm Victor Newman.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
How the heck do you get your stuff, or how do you? I'm assuming there's like a submission and all that stuff.
It is a huge. It took me roughly 3 years to learn how to do it.
Okay.
And it's like a lot of things. It's people you meet along the way that have done it before and are willing to share their knowledge and help point you in the right direction. And I've found some people that have been willing to do that.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's kind of how it is right now, and I hope to continue. I mean, my goal is to be at a feature movie, the last song of the movie, and that's the closing time. You know, that's what I want. That's,
is the stuff that you're submitting? Is it musical music, or are there vocals?
No, it's vocals. I submit songs.
Okay. All right.
In fact, 2 of the 3 songs we're doing today have been accepted. So,
all right,
and that's pretty much what I do.
Nice.
I have done instrumental stuff, but very little.
Okay.
You know,
with all the right now we're in the history of TV. There's so much TV out there to be consumed.
That's right.
I'm sure there's probably a big market for what you're doing.
And again, with Young and the Restless, let's think about that. They film, I believe, 50 weeks out of the year, and they do 5 shows a week.
Yeah.
And it's an hour. There's probably about 8 songs on each show. So do the math. I can't.
Yeah. You're a doctor. You don't have to do math.
But so the odds were increased in that market.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what we're doing.
Very, very cool. So do you have stuff? Now, we're going to be talking about your recording because Craig here helps you out in that. We'll talk about that after your first song here, and I can't remember even what I was going to ask now. Do you have stuff out there that's online, like on Spotify and iTunes?
Yeah, it's on all those your favorite streaming source.
Okay.
I don't know how many there are. I mean, streaming sources. But Spotify seems to be the most popular one, and I've probably got 40 songs on Spotify, probably.
Okay. All right.
So,
So people can look up Joel Baker.
Joel Len Baker, actually. There's another guy named Joel Baker. He's in London. So he's pretty good, so make sure you look up me.
Get the right Joel Baker when you're looking up. What is it again?
Len is my middle name.
Len?
L-E-N.
L-E-N.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Joel Len Baker.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
probably.
Let's jump into the first song of the day. What are you going to be doing for us?
Make Me Feel Like Home is the name of this song, and we recorded this, maybe in the fall, maybe? Something like that. Yeah. And I did, I did a Facebook concert or a clip.
Like a
I think we
live video
did,
type thing?
and we did this, and
Okay.
it seemed to do fairly well. People seemed to like it, so we'll try it.
We'll see if our people like it.
Yeah, wow, the pressure's on, right?
All right, let's put your hands together for Mr. Joel Baker here on the Iowa Music Showcase.
Thank you. First time that I met you, I was cold, but you was clear. There'll never be another who could ever compare. Sunrise in your eyes made me feel like I was home. The warmth of your breathing, a kiss on the cheek, made me feel alive, like I knew that I could be if I only had you with me, always by my side, making me feel like home. There goes another daydream. There goes that heart of mine, making me feel like home. Well, I don't have an answer to my every prayer. If I had you with me, you was always there, I would be a better man than I am when I'm alone. Making me feel like home. There goes another daydream. There goes that heart of mine, making me feel like home, making me feel like home.
Nice. I like it. That little guitar part. That's going to be stuck in my head the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I said to him the other day, I wonder how many times that does that in that song, because it's just,
That's good stuff. Joel Baker, again here on the Iowa Music Showcase. We're live at Barn Wired. So let's talk about your newer music. I know you put out some new stuff here recently. The guy to your left helped you out as well in the studio. In fact, Craig, if you want to grab me, if I can talk, maybe grab your microphone and jump in on the conversation, Mr. Craig Willoughby. Actually, Craig, tell us about your business in Des Moines.
I run a little studio in Grimes, the Chocolate Box. Doesn't really have anything to do with making music, but it's probably my second favorite thing to consume, I guess would be the right word for that. Just a little project studio for songwriters. I'm not looking to attract big bands and stuff like that.
Sure.
Just help guys like Joel. Just, create what's going on in his head.
Okay.
So.
And you've also helped out like with Jason Brown. I think that's how we initially met.
That's how we met. I came down to the radio station 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
ago with Jason. We're working on new music. There is new music coming, just to push on him a little bit. Robert Deich has worked, and a few other folks from the Des Moines area.
Yeah. So if musicians in Iowa are watching, Craig's a great place to go to get help with your music and to record stuff.
Yes.
I'll attest to that.
Yeah. And now, Craig, do you also in the studio? Do you help out musically and vocally and stuff like that?
Musically, pretty much pop in anything that's like on a pop record.
Okay.
It has frets. Those fretless instruments kind of blow my mind a little bit, but basically, what's on Doc's stuff.
All right.
That's my work.
Joel, do you when you went into the studio, was it just you? Did you have backup musicians, or was Craig? It was you and Craig.
Yeah.
For the most part, it is. But every once in a while, we pull in.
We'll hire
else.
somebody, fiddle players, or
saxophone.
If you need a steel player, hire somebody
like
for
that.
some of those
All
things.
For the most part, it's he and I, and I in that order.
Okay.
Yes, specifically in that order.
All right.
He and I, in that order. Yes.
Nice.
I think we seem to work well together.
Yeah. So you bring the songs and the ideas, and Craig kind of.
Yeah, I give him a rough recording, and he either likes it or doesn't.
Yeah, and can fill in the gaps, obviously.
Yeah, he does that absolutely.
Okay. So tell when did you get into the recording studio for your most recent stuff, or when was the most recent stuff recorded? Any idea?
Before Christmas.
Right before
it was
Christmas.
before Christmas.
Right.
Yeah. I pretty much said, I'm taking this month off, and this is really the first thing we've done together since before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I had family back for the holidays. I said we're going to do that instead.
Okay. So how long? What's a typical day if you go to the studio? How does a day in the studio look, or is there a typical day?
Let me start. I'll start. He'll send me a song. He'll just send a video or something, and I'll we've heard that before, or this is cool. Let's pursue this, right?
All right.
Because those are the only options. Those are it's yes or no. I'll work on a track. I'll just work on putting together, kind of get a groove together, and then send that back. and he'll again yes or no. That's it's not complicated. It's not complicated at all. And then once the tracks are together, he'll get up and play guitar and vocals, and then you kind of figure out what's needed, what's left.
Okay.
So
We've and again, I said earlier, we've worked really well together because we've done 30 songs together. I don't know. And probably only about twice or three times that I can remember I've sent him something and he sends me something and I say no. Yeah. And then I'll send him something, and a lot of times it's because what I've sent is not complete enough. Sure. And I'm not able to convey my what's up here.
Yeah.
So I'll have to do something like and do that and send that up to
funky noises and gyrations to try generally get the point across.
The last, I think the last time we did something, I was like, he's something. I'm like, whoa, no, we're not. This is not right. This is not what I'm hearing. And then I was able to send him something back. I think that was more complete. And he goes, yeah, I'm erasing that one right now. It never happened.
That's not true. There are blackmail tapes hiding in my computer. So.
It was a duck. That's what you said.
It was a duck.
As far as songwriting for you, Joel, where do you get an inspiration? Is it just daily stuff? Stuff going on in your life?
Yeah, there's always something in my head or in my phone. My wife says I'll be driving along and I'm doing something. I'm going to look, because I put things, with these phones now, I used to write things down a lot, but now I write, I have like 800 and some different, actually this is 1127.
Wow, different
different
recordings
ideas,
and stuff.
Just things that.
Do you ever mash different ideas together?
All together, yeah.
You're like, oh, this is cool,
Yeah.
and then you maybe use this as the bridge.
Yes,
or,
absolutely. That's how I do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. Yeah, it's neat for the average person that isn't into like songwriting. It's nice to pick the brains of people that do it. So
it's difficult.
I would
difficult
add
to explain.
of that 1,100 roughly little ideas in his phone, I probably see 3% of those.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly tiny piece of those that gets far enough along.
Yeah.
That we need to do something with this. Yeah.
Have you ever had something that on your phone from like 5 years ago, Absolutely. And you're like, wait a minute,
Absolutely,
let's go back to
I
that.
need to go back periodically and kind of just review what was there.
Yeah.
All the time.
Very cool. And so, you got new stuff. Is it in the works or is it out there now? Or
it's out there.
A little bit of both.
Right now, everything's out there. That's we've got maybe 9 or 10 songs in the vault probably that have.
Everything that's finished.
But I mean, there's some unfinished.
There's a handful.
There's
7, 8, right now.
7 or 8, something like that.
Okay. All right.
That might see the light of day.
They may or may not.
May not.
Right. They may not.
I don't know.
That's right.
All right. Well, very cool. So yeah, again, and look if you want to follow along, Joel Len Baker on Spotify and on streaming outlets. Make sure you check that out. Should we jump into another song right now? Are you going to do another new one, or is this? Yeah, tell us a little bit about this next song.
This is an older song, actually. Probably one of the first ones we did together. But this was the first song that got accepted into a sync library for me. So
okay,
this is a song that I wrote for my grandkids, and it doesn't. I mean, if I keep that in mind, because their characters are in here.
Okay.
And I'm not even sure they know. Right. But
well, let's do it. Here is Joel Baker once again here on the Iowa Music Showcase.
It's actually called Get Out of Jail for Free. Gotta get out of jail for free card. If it worked for a broken heart, I'm gonna cash it in. Come complete with a sad song. If you know the words, sing along. Jump on in. A place in my heart where your love has always been. Somebody tell me a story that I can write on the back of my hand. The good guy win every once in a while. That story never ends. Girls up in the mountain, little boys who share my name. Hold 'em in my arm, make me feel alive again. And this straight-faced poker boy, he gonna play you hard until you win. A girl with a song in her heart make you cry when she sing. Let her sing. Somebody tell me a story that I can write on the back of my hand. Will a good guy win every once in a while? That story never ends.
Joel Baker here on the Iowa Music Showcase. You guys got a great sound. Very, very relaxing, very calm. Perfect for like a coffee house. We're in the right place for you guys today.
I love this place. This is so much. This is so much better than the last place.
Yes. Oh, I totally agree, Joel. I totally agree.
It's funny, too.
I like that one. Zing. We are live at Barnwired in Sigourney. Again, we're here every Friday from 11:30 to noon. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We're going to, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we're going to hear from some of our sponsors. Craig's going to, or I should say, Joel's going to bring in a different guitar and get settled in with that. So back in 1 minute here on the Iowa Music Showcase.
Iowa Petite Pearl from Tassel Ridge Winery is a complex dry red wine. The first impression is a lightly acidic entry, transitioning to dark fruit and a long, pleasing finish. It was made from Petite Pearl grapes, which were grown in our Mahaska County vineyards. It's a versatile wine that will pair with grilled meat or pasta with a tomato-based sauce. Iowa Petite Pearl is currently available at Tassel Ridge Winery and a few of our retailers in Iowa.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Hey, we are back live here on the Iowa Music Showcase at Barnwired in Sigourney. I do want to put a plug in for next week's show. We will have a fella named Empty Smith. Yes, Empty Smith will be here. He's a friend. We had Allie Crummy on. If you remember Allie Crummy, she was in here a while back, and Allie recommended Empty So Empty Smith going to be here next week as our guest here on the showcase. All right, Joel, it is time for 5 random questions. Now I know Craig over there is feeding you the answers for these.
I'm not responsible for any of these answers.
He's trying to program you with 5 random answers for my 5 random questions.
It's illogically logical.
I don't think it's going to work out. First question. All right, Joel, we do this every week, by the way. If you're new to the show, we do this every week, 5 random questions. What is your exercise regime? Hot dogs. Pizza. How do you exercise regularly?
I periodically do. I do it right now I'm doing an elliptical, right? And then I do I just started again 7 minutes of trying to do some just relaxation and things like that, stretching.
Okay. All right. Question 2. Have you ever been bitten by a snake?
No.
I want to know, Craig, what would your answer have been? What would your pre-program? Blue.
That's what he said.
Platypus.
Platypus. That's what it was. Have you ever been bitten by a platypus?
Have you ever had a close encounter with a snake?
You know, my daughter and I, one of my daughters, we were in Arizona a couple years ago, and we were hiking up Camelback, which was quite a challenge for this old man. But and on the way down, we thought we heard a rattlesnake. Okay. At least I'm sure we did, but it was like over there.
Okay.
And we're like over there.
Yeah. I would have been running. Yeah. Question 3. What music group do you miss? Is there a music group that you used to listen to, or?
That's easy. I'm Dan Fogelberg. I miss him tremendously.
Okay. All right.
He was a fabulous artist, fabulous writer, fabulous singer, musician, human being.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dan Fogelberg. Okay.
Yeah. He was from Peoria, Illinois. I'll stop.
Okay. All right. Question 4. Karaoke. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Platypus.
Hot dogs.
Karaoke?
Yeah.
Some Neil Young thing, probably.
Probably. You know what? Or my daughters did karaoke once. They did American Girl by Tom Petty.
Oh, yeah.
American Girl.
And then question 5. How many and this is assuming you wear glasses, how many pairs of reading glasses do you own?
Probably 5.
5, okay.
I've got one here.
Neil wears reading glasses, too. We're going to drag him into the interview, too. So I just wear bifocals. Yeah. So I look like this. All right. So those are your 5 random questions.
That was easy.
We didn't even need any random answers.
Man,
we survived that.
That was so easy.
All right. Well, let's get out of here with one more song. I can smell. Smell the cooking. We got some good stuff in the kitchen. We're gonna eat here momentarily, but we've got plenty of time for one more song. What are we gonna do up next?
This is a song. It's called "We're in Tune." I sent this song to Craig, I don't know, a year or so ago, and there was a faster version, and we did it, and it was pretty good. And whatever. It was okay. I mean, it was good. But one day I just started playing it slowly, and I thought it was better.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's the way we're gonna play it, and pretty much everybody that agrees. And then this is for Lucas. Lucas has that virus that none of us want to talk about. He's my 2-year-old grandson.
Oh, okay.
Out in Colorado, but this is his bedtime song.
All right. Well, let's do it. Here's Joel Baker one last time on the Iowa Music Showcase.
You make everything so much better than it was before. For you came along, you and me singing songs. Together we're in tune. And that smile of yours goes on forever across the universe, even farther. spaceships and galaxies, far as we can see, we're in tune. We both know we growing older way too soon. And I'll be watching you over your shoulder from the moon. Never alone. In our bones, we're in tune. I see clearly what you mean to me. We're together, whole world's better. You make me feel brand new. You and me, we're in tune. Making me feel brand new. We're in tune.
I like it. That is Joel Baker here on the Iowa Music Showcase. Now, Joel, are you active on social media much? Do you have like a music page or any other social media outlets?
I do periodically. I drop in just a song or two on live on Facebook.
Okay,
that's what I do. That's been. I don't know if that's how you found me or not. Again, you know. Or
yeah, you know. Now that you
right.
ask, I can't remember how we got together initially.
I'll release. A lot of times, what'll happen is I'll release a song and then I'll just go on live and do it by myself.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's how we got together again. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. Nice
Great.
seeing you once again, Craig. Nice seeing you once again as well. And put a bug in Jason Brown's ear. We'd love to have him on the show sometime. Bring him down here. All right. Well, Joel Baker, again, look him up, Joel Len Baker, if you want to stream his music.
Thank you.
And that new stuff is out there as well. So, yeah, fantastic seeing you guys again. We'll do this again sometime soon.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you all.
Put your hands together for Joel and Craig. And again, we'll be back here live at Barn Wired. We're here every Friday from 11:30 to noon. Again, Empty Smith is our guest next week. So tune in. Tomorrow morning we'll be live. We'll be right back here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for the sports section. We'll have some coaches and area athletes in talking to them bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So stop in for some breakfast and some coffee to get going on a Saturday morning. All right, that'll do it. Thanks for coming in here, you guys. Boy, this is kind of a standing room only today. And, we'll see you here next Friday here on the Showcase.